golden afternoon, and Alice sat by the riverbank with her sister, who was absorbed in a book. Alice, feeling bored and restless, wondered why books didn't have pictures or conversations. As she mused, a peculiar sight caught her eye: a white rabbit with pink eyes, dressed in a waistcoat, scurrying by and muttering to itself, "Oh dear! Oh dear! I shall be late." Curiosity overtook her, and she leapt up to follow the rabbit. She saw it disappear into a rabbit hole, and without hesitation, she followed, tumbling down into a strange, vertical tunnel. As she fell, she noticed bookshelves, maps, jars of marmalade, and curious objects lining the walls. The descent seemed endless, and Alice began to wonder if she'd fall straight through the earth. Finally, she landed with a gentle thud in a strange hallway lined with doors of all sizes. On a small glass table in the center of the room, she noticed a golden key. She tried it on all the doors but found it fit only a tiny door, too small for her to pass through. Peeking through the door, she saw a beautiful garden. Nearby, she found a bottle labeled, "Drink Me." Though cautious, she decided to sip it. To her astonishment, she began to shrink until she was just the right size to fit through the door. But she realized she had left the golden key on the table. Disheartened, she discovered a small cake labeled, "Eat and Eat." Hoping for a solution, she took a bite. To her alarm, she began to grow and grow, soon towering over everything in the room. Frustrated, she wept, her tears creating a vast pool of water around her. Before long, she shrank again, this time small enough to wade in the pool of her own tears. Alice swam through the salty waters, joined by a variety of strange creatures. They all clambered ashore, wet and shivering, and decided to dry off by having a caucus race. The race was chaotic and without rules. Everyone ran in circles until the dodo declared all participants winners. As the creatures dispersed, Alice encountered the white rabbit again. This time, he seemed flustered and mistook Alice for his mate. He ordered her to fetch his gloves and fan from his house. Confused but curious, Alice complied. Inside the rabbit's house, Alice found the gloves and fan but also discovered a bottle. Unable to resist her curiosity, she drank from it and instantly began to grow. She became so large that her arms and legs stuck out of the house, frightening the rabbit and his neighbors. They threw pebbles at her, which transformed into tiny cakes. Eating one caused her to shrink back down, and she escaped into the woods. Alice wandered until she came across a blue caterpillar sitting atop a mushroom, lazily smoking a hookah. The caterpillar asked her who she was, but Alice struggled to answer, unsure of herself after all the changes she had experienced. The caterpillar offered cryptic advice and told her that one side of the mushroom would make her grow, while the other would make her shrink. Alice experimented with the mushroom, nibbling from one side and then the other until she reached a more suitable height. She continued her journey, still determined to find the beautiful garden she had glimpsed earlier. As she walked, Alice encountered a grinning Cheshire Cat perched in a tree. The cat spoke in riddles and offered her cryptic directions. Alice arrived at a tea party hosted by the Mad Hatter, the March Hare, and a sleepy dormouse. The trio was engaged in nonsensical conversations and riddles, such as the famous question, "Why is a raven like a writing desk?"